Yeah, hello and welcoming to first Eastern Bloc podcast since fall of Iron Curtain. We here we talk about gay sex and movie, but and movie about gay sex. But what the absolute fuck was that outside?
My street is a one-way stop, and people like to blow through the other way because they don't realize there's no stop sign.
It's a three-way intersection with a one-way stop.
Yeah,
It's stupid. Well, I don't know. It's not totally stupid, but people don't get it.
yeah, no, they and then the people that have the stop sometimes don't stop at the stop sign, so they like pull through, and then people honk, or
Yeah.
the people like sitting at the stop don't realize the other two don't have a stop, so they pull up,
Yep.
complete their stop, and then pull out.
Yeah.
And so we hear a lot of horns in the apartment. A lot of horns, a lot of swearing.
Is it always horns from like 1970s France?
Yeah, that was a French police vehicle.
What was that?
Gay sex, gay sex, gay sex, gay sex.
Was that the gay sex alarm? Yeah. Oh, gay sex alarm went off. Someone's having gay sex.
Someone's doing gay sex. Probably a lot of people.
I was gonna say you live in an apartment adjacent to a number of other apartment buildings in the gayest part of Western Canada.
Well, it is the SNEP district.
It is the SNEP district, and
if we know anything about SNEPs.
SNEP's gonna snap. How many people within 1 kilometer or 0.6 miles of here are having gay sex right now?
Let's say both of us installed Grindr.
Let's say both of us had gay sex. Go on.
Let's assume both of us as installed Grindr on our phones.
Okay.
And we create
Next.
we create a login. We log in. Does our phone immediately explode?
Does it just
because
light
there's
up?
Too many matches.
Does it just light up like the Aurora Australis? That's right. I went Southern Lights.
Look at you.
Northern Lights, gets too much play.
They get all the credit and not enough for the South.
Oft overlooked Southern
the South
Lights.
will rise again.
The South will rise again. I'm getting a Southern Cross tattoo, which apparently is like the equivalent of getting like a Confederate flag tattoo in Australia.
Sick.
So, you in?
And does that mean that we get to call Aboriginal people the racist term?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
End of show. We did it.
3-minute podcast. Nothing like coming up with the closing joke 3 minutes in.
Maybe I'll edit it so that comes at the end.
Most people do come at the end.
I come in the middle.
I don't come.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a real, I can only come soft, so if I get hard, nothing's happening. I'm a real Ray Romano. Pedophile Ray Romano.
We almost saw Come Soft today.
Oh.
But that's to be discussed later. That won't be until hours from now.
Hour 3 of the podcast.
Hour 3.
We've gotten used to doing 3-hour ones.
When we really get into the groove is hour 3. That's right. It wasn't back-to-back 3 hours, but both of the movie request ones were 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes our year-end awards and Wrestle Kingdom ones are a lot longer.
The awards especially. The awards are often a 3-parter.
And also doing Best of Decades. Those ones are definitely unintentionally way longer.
Our longest single was Best of 2019. Which I think was like 4 hours 15.
Yeah.
That was a 2 coffee episode.
That was a 2 coffee episode.
Yeah.
For sure. Faux show.
I actually, speaking of Best of 2019, I don't know, I was, as they say, having autism.
Gay sex.
And I was scrolling through like our lists for something, and I saw that I was missing one of your honorable mentions for 2019.
Oh boy.
For some reason, so I skimmed through 2019 looking forward. I didn't have Honey Boy for the record for some reason,
weird.
but now I do. And I came across 2 things in the looking for it that were of interest. One, I forgot about the Scott and Drew movie challenge, which was watch Safe Haven, The Book of Henry, and Serenity in a 24-hour period,
Yeah.
which I kind of want to do now.
That's a good challenge.
That is an awesome thruple.
A thruple.
A threacher.
A threacher.
Yeah. And
that could either be 3 features or having a threesome with some creatures.
Absolutely.
The creature from the Black Lagoon and the Wolfman, and you're in the middle.
Okay, that's a fun sandwich.
That's a fun sandwich. You either get slimy scales or stanky, musky
wet
balls.
fur.
Yeah. Which one are you putting in your face?
Best of both worlds. It honestly depends on the season. If it's winter, I'm going fur, and summer, I'll go scales.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair.
What do you think?
I think that's a good answer.
I think it's practical.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I learned that I actually meant to say this off air because it's weird saying it on air, but we were delightful. I was like, I could listen to this podcast.
What a brag! What a brag!
Just like the little bit I was on, I was like,
You know what? We are very good at what we do.
I was like, this is pretty good stuff. Yeah, I honestly didn't mean to tell you that off, but here we are. And that's the end of the show.
There you go.
I guess I should give my midway through VIF report. I think. Hey, this is a movie podcast.
Did you meet any directors that you sucked their dicks after the show?
Just Sean Baker.
Uh-huh.
Who I guess I shouldn't give the information, secret information that he accidentally gave in his post-show
That's a
Q&A.
good way to get in trouble.
I guess for real, don't do that.
Yeah.
It'll be out soon enough, so don't worry. Big Sean Baker heads, Baker Files, Bakersfields.
Bakersfields. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. So I've been viffing. Have you been doing anything that rhymes with that?
Yiffing.
Okay. I can't wait till we go to I can't wait till we go to New York and go to the Yonkers International Film Festival. And I just yiff it up.
We get to tell everyone that we're going to yiff.
We've been yiffing for...
I think we've made this joke before.
For some time.
The Yakima International Film
Yakima, if we
Festival.
want to go to Eastern Washington.
The Yucatan,
if we want to go down Mexico way. Yemen, if you're a Middle East type. A lot of good wise in there.
I'm not really a
Middle East type? You know what?
Even though that's where I'm from.
I mean, sort of Middle East. I don't know. You can go east. East is east.
Yeah.
This is, I've been taught this. That's why we don't understand the Chinese.
Even though they are the most.
You know what? You know what I say about the Chinese? They're the most.
they're the type of Asian that gets made the most.
What would you say about Chinese people? I think they're the most people.
They're the most common. All these Chineses.
If you pleases.
Yeah.
So I've been
dirty kneeses.
Look at these. I've been viffing. I've seen some stuff, both good and bad. I've also gone off campus and seen a couple non-viffs. One of which really needs getting into. Actually, honestly, both, but we'll get there. So VIF-wise, I saw The Beta Test, which is the new one by Mr. Jim Cummings, and who, again, wrote, directed, starred in it, like his last two, Thunder Road and The Wolf of Snow Hollow, both of which are great. This one, very fun too. Probably my least favorite of the three, but like his worst movie is still better than a good chunk of other people's best movie. So definitely worth seeing. A little more social commentary than the other two. I don't remember a lot of specific social commentary in his first two. Like there was some like indirect stuff as you'd get anywhere, but this had more direct. But Jim was really good in it and good fun.
Yeah. Good.
And worth a see. I saw Clara Sola, which was stupid. It was filmed in Costa Rica by a Costa Rican Swedish person.
I'm sorry, what?
You know that classic mix of Costa Rica and Sweden? That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. Totally.
In my brain, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely not having a stroke over
I can
here.
definitely picture that. It's about this woman, Clara, who's like really in touch with nature, and I guess has been visited by the Virgin Mary and has like performed miracles and stuff. And the three things you need to know about her is that she is 1, a bitch, 2, retarded, and 3, magic.
Okay. That's a good combo.
Yeah. So I guess her mother is kind of strict and overbearing, but everyone else is nothing but nice to her, and she's awful.
So it's like you.
No, it's actually the exact opposite of me. Because I am nothing but nice to everybody, and everybody, save maybe one person, is an absolute bitch to me.
Am I that one person?
Maybe. But sometimes you're a bitch, too. But, yeah, she, Oh, no. You know what? I'm replacing... Even though she is magic, I'm replacing number 3 with horny. Because that was actually a big part of her story, was...
she wants to fuck.
Horniness. Like, she can't stop. Like, every time she watches TV, she jerks off.
Oh.
So, like,
Interesting.
Mom had to take away TV.
Wow.
And, yeah, and then there was a guy that she liked, and she basically tried to rape him at her sister.
Okay. Number 1.
Can't happen?
Men can't be raped.
True. This much we can agree on. But you're looking up in the VIF guide?
I'm gonna look it up in the VIF guide.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in what the description is. And yeah, so she, as much as a woman can, attempt rapes a guy she likes at her sister's quinceañera. He says no because she is a bitch, retarded, and horny. And then she causes an earthquake and ruins the quinceañera.
Aww.
Yeah, so it was bad. Didn't like it. Don't see it. Do you have the description? They're alphabetical.
Is it really? Yeah. Look at that.
Look for C.
What?
Look for C for Clara Sola.
As if a mythical being has graced the Costa Rican village, everyone is inexplicably drawn to Clara's magnetic orb, including her beloved mare, Yuka. Likewise, when Clara rebels against her oppressive religious upbringing, her wrath reverberates with equal force. And then it just says about the director.
Yeah, because she was a bitch, retarded,
Natalie Alvarez Messen.
Yeah. It was bad. I saw the new Jacques Audiard.
Nice.
Paris 13th District. Jacques Audiard of the Sisters Brothers, Deepan,
Rust and Bone.
Rust and Bone fame.
Rust and Boners.
I think those are his last 3.
There are some boners in that movie.
There are some boners. There's some boners in this movie.
Well, he likes boners.
Yeah, this is, I'd say, his horniest movie.
He knows what he likes, Scott.
And it's boners?
He's a real Luc Besson. Luc Besson likes underage girls
and
being
space.
fighters in space. Yeah, you know what you like. Anyways,
that's fair.
Continue.
So, it's in black and white. I don't know if it needs to be in black and white. It's one of those, like, there's some things that, like, really work. Like, I can't picture The Lighthouse being in color. I can very much picture this being in color.
Gotcha.
And it wouldn't really be different. But it's sort of... It ends up being about 4 people. They're all pretty horny and all very flawed, and one's Chinese, so...
What?
You know, one's Chinese, one's black. They're all French. We're back to Costa Rica, Sweden.
All right.
And, yeah, it was good. Not my favorite Audiard, but I like the Sisters Brothers better.
I mean, I like Rust and Bone.
I like Rust and Bone a lot better.
Rustin Bone is excellent.
Yeah.
And Sister Brothers is pretty good, but it's not if you expect it to be something that it's not.
Don't expect it to be a John C. Reilly comedy.
Or don't expect it to be like a proper Western.
It's not a Western.
It looks like a Western.
And I can tell you from my personal friend Jacques Audiard, who presented it live at TIFF when I saw it. How did you see it live at TIFF with Audiard there, or did you see it?
Yeah, I did actually.
on your fucking phone?
Yeah, I did actually.
He said it's not a Western; it's a fairy tale.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, but also he's a French ponce, so so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I think Rust and Bone was maybe number 4 for me for 2020 that year. 12?
Luckily for you, I've got...
Look at you with the pictures lined up.
Fucking...
Almost. Yeah, you look like you got something there.
I had it as my number 4.
Do we both have it at number 4?
And you had it as your number 4.
It was a Kiss.
Actually, these are the updated ones. I don't know if we changed it after we...
It might have been a Kiss.
Posters. I had it at 4. You had it at 4?
Yeah, it was a Kiss, baby.
Yep. That was it. That was a Kiss year.
And I kind of wanted to get the Sisters Brothers on 2018, but I didn't because it was a pretty strong year.
What are you going to replace with it?
Nothing.
Look at your list. What are you going to replace?
I'm not. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at Thunder Road, the aforementioned Thunder Road. Jim Cummings getting a lot of play tonight. Under the Silver Lake, Isle of Dogs.
Isla of Dogs. Sorry.
Isla of Dogs. Suspiria. What's going on over there? Shoplifters. A little bit of The Favorite. Won't You Be My Neighbor? Climax. Burning. Roma. No, it's not replacing any of those, and I don't even think it's replacing any of my honorable... I don't think it made honorable mention. Also, in hindsight, looking at that, I kind of want to switch Burning and Roma.
Well, it's too late.
You know what I'm going to do?
Scott, those podcasts are done. And then that means if you do that, then...
Do we have to add a Kiss? Was Burning your number 1?
Then... Okay, yeah, they're only 2 apart, so I guess that's fine.
Okay.
Roma was 14 of the decade, and Burning was 16 of the decade.
Yeah, I had them close.
But for me...
But for you...
Roma wasn't on my
Roma.
mine, and Burning was number 6.
Oh wow!
So
you and your Koreans.
First of all, how dare you? Number 2, there are some. What's the most important thing to me in movies?
Boners. No, that's Odiard.
Jumbo
Natty.
Natural. And there's some big Jumbo Natties in that. Big Korean Jumbo Natties.
There were Chinese Jumbo Natties in Paris 13th District.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So shout out.
Not all Asians are flat.
Yeah,
just most.
We had us a pag.
A pag.
Fat ass Asian girl. What?
Right,
we got
anyways.
pogs.
Yeah, but all right, yeah, it's fine.
Or spell it with an F. Whatever. I don't care.
I don't care. What are they gonna do? Put me in jail? Yes.
Maybe. Probably. And then my favorite of my VIF experience so far, Red Rocket by Sean Baker of Tangerine and the Florida Project fame. The musical... what would you call it? A leitmotif in the movie was "Bye Bye Bye" by NSYNC.
Okay,
which is pretty sick.
But he's a washed up porn star, correct?
Yes.
So was he a porn star in that time frame? Like when "Bye Bye Bye" was popular?
Yes.
Oh, then there you go. It's connected.
Yeah. And the story for this one came from Tangerine when they were hanging out in the trashiest parts of LA and came across some legit male porn stars who were all absolute fucking scumbags, like the main character in this. Sean Baker has continued his trend of going around North America and committing the best depictions of human trash set to film ever. He is 3 for 3.
Los Angeles,
Florida, Gulf Coast, Texas. Next up, and was actually supposed to be before this one, but COVID, Vancouver's downtown east side. So that's going to be fucking sick.
Where I lived.
The worst neighborhood in... What's that? In Vancouver? No, in British Columbia? No, in Canada?
In the English-speaking world?
It's legit in Canada and like
it's top 5
up there for North America. Yeah. And like, have you been to America? That's saying something.
I only go to the safe parts of America. Except for I don't. Remember at Baltimore we kind of took a
remember
wrong
when
turn?
we didn't?
We took a wrong turn trying to find that place, that barbecue joint.
Yeah, like,
and then we were like, oh, this is the part where white people shouldn't go.
This isn't for us. But that barbecue place,
it was amazing.
Chap's Pit Beef. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that was fucking good. And then we parked in that
something.
Dunkin' Donuts parking lot?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts parking lot so that Dan could get Wi-Fi so we could get our map back to figure out where we were going.
And I could literally book a hotel for that night.
Yeah, book the hotel for that night. And then we got that amazing hotel where we watched Raw.
Where we watched the Raw after WrestleMania.
And the bathroom was massive. Like the shower was huge and it was ground level.
It was great.
Oh, that ruled.
Yeah, and it was pretty cheap.
It was cheap because we got it the night of.
Shout out to the Hotel Tonight app.
Yeah.
Our sponsor.
We got a lot of sponsors tonight.
A lot of sponsors. Jim Cummings, Hotel Tonight.
Yeah.
Boners.
Jumbo Naturals.
Although
I feel like that's a lifelong... lifelong sponsor, Jumbo Naturals.
That contract will never expire.
Yeah. I'm looking... I just very, very quickly opened my research for the future season of this podcast, and 2009 is very tough.
Lots going on in 09.
I got 33.
Yeah.
And this probably hasn't been updated in a while either, so that's...
it's going to be something.
He's cooking us something up.
I am sort of perversely looking forward to panic-making lists again.
That is your forte.
It is.
That is your Will
It's
forte.
My Orville William Forte the Fourth.
I think it's Willis Forte.
Willis, not even William.
I think it's Orville Willis Forte.
What a crazy family.
It's a family name.
4 Orville Willises.
Yep.
He should be on a farm.
Because he's a pig?
I guess it's just such a farm name.
It is a farm name. Well, where's he from? Farmtown,
Nebraska?
USA? I don't think he's from Nebraska, is he?
I mean, he was in Nebraska. Don't you have to be from Nebraska?
Yeah, you could only star in movies in the place you're from.
Well, everyone in Manhattan was from Manhattan.
So MacGruber is set in Wisconsin. Sorry, Nebraska.
You had one job.
Yeah, whatever. No, he's from California.
California.
He's from Alameda County, California.
I don't know about Alameda County.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Not my favorite county. I'm an OC kind of guy.
You are an OC.
I like to welcome people to the OC, bitch. But Red Rocket... okay, first of all, you name a movie Red Rocket. There is a dog in it. The dog is a girl.
The only way to salvage that is if
close.
it was a female hyena. Then you could have Red Rocketed it.
Demi-penis.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so massive missed opportunity there in as it pertains to dog boners. But everything else, very good.
God, could we go one episode where we don't talk about dog boners?
I beg you,
That would make me so happy to just not bring up dog boners.
We'll try, but no promises. But it was, very fun movie. Best one I've seen so far for VIF. So go see it when it comes out wide. And it should, because Sean Baker's like a real director. And did a Q&A after. And let some info slip that I'm not telling. I have a secret.
I'll never tell.
Now, as for... oh, man, what a fucking segue I didn't even mean to do. I also went off...
Was it a Dean machine?
I also went off the reservation with VIF, but before I get off VIF, let's talk about the reservation.
Okay.
So...
The one you live on?
The one I live on was mentioned. It's
Oh.
one of the 3 that gets mentioned.
Oh.
So, okay, I'm gonna say a lot, really a lot of racist things.
Yes!
And you just, because I'm not gonna know. Because I'm gonna get fired up. My eyes are gonna roll back in my head, and I'm just gonna keep going. So you tell me when I've gone too far.
Okay, hold on. Scott, I'll offer you this. You be the quarterback.
Yeah.
I'll be the center.
Okay.
I'll block for you.
Yeah.
I'll block all the hate. I'll block everything. No one will know. No one's coming near you.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Am I Samoan? Yes.
Well, that was part of my question.
Although mostly centers, I think, are white.
Are we both white? Because as my father told me at a very young age, it's one of the first lessons I learned in the game of American football, white down the center.
Yeah, it is white down the center.
Yeah.
Okay, then no, I'm not Samoan.
Center, quarterback, kicker.
Yeah.
White. Everyone else, I don't want to see one other pale face on the field.
But what if the white lines up at running back?
No.
There's a couple white running backs that are good. Yeah.
No.
Christian McCaffrey.
True. No.
The other guy. Peyton Hillis.
D'Angelo.
There's no, Scott, there's never been a white person named D'Angelo.
Cadillac Broham.
I like the fact that I pulled out the former, not even running back, fullback, not halfback, Peyton Hillis, cover athlete of a Madden game, and was out of the league 2 years later.
Madden curse, baby.
Madden curse, baby. Anyways, okay, way down the middle.
Is Madden curse still going? Have we?
No,
I think a couple have survived it recently.
It was Patrick Mahomes, and I don't know who this year's is. Maybe
Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Why?
I don't know.
Is she hot? Does he have a wife? He's a child.
I bet he has a wife, and I bet she's hot.
Maybe. Madden 22
I guess I just assume all popular quarterbacks have hot wives. Maybe that's an unfair stereotype. I don't know.
Madden 22 is both Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, so probably fine.
Probably fine.
And
I mean, even if both had career-ending injuries today,
yeah,
they both had a good run.
Madden 21 was man, I'm really out of the loop on football.
Was it Tom Brady and Mahomes kissing?
It was them kissing.
Is Tom Brady Patrick Mahomes' wife?
Oh.
And then Giselle is Tom Brady's wife?
I like that. That is a good conversation. No. Patrick Mahomes' wife. Maybe it's just a girlfriend?
Try Patrick Mahomes' wife hot. Could be better?
She's okay, I guess. I don't know. She's kind of a horse face.
She kind of is.
She's got big teeth.
Also, he's not attractive, so maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, but that's because he's a mutt.
Tom... Okay. You know what? Is that some of that classic blocking I've heard so much about from you?
I'm blocking for you.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're doing a good job. But yeah, I get Tom Brady's hot, so he gets a hot wife.
I don't know if Giselle Bundchen's that hot.
Isn't she a supermodel?
That doesn't mean she's hot.
But you have to be.
No, it just means that you're skinny and can walk good.
She do walk good. Remember when she walked for like a really long time?
Yeah, I do. She also kind of has a horse face, though.
She kind of
And
does.
I think she's had plastic surgery, so she doesn't look that great.
And she has jumbo unnaturals.
Does she? I don't know.
I don't know. She's a model, so honestly, I kind of assumed that.
But I don't think it benefits
know.
you to have big tits.
I guess not. I guess you gotta.
You want to be a
fit into size -4s.
Yeah.
Giselle Jumbo Naturals. Hey Siri.
Tits. Let's see what comes up. She got a boob job. That's what it says.
There you go.
I also didn't know how to spell her name correctly, so good for me.
Gisele.
Are these real or are these fake? I don't know. Those could be doctored.
It looks like some doctor got involved.
Some doctor did get involved. Well, I miss the days where you would just Photoshop a woman's face onto another naked body so that you could jerk off to thinking about that being real.
Yeah,
those were fun.
Bad 2000s fakes.
Yeah.
Just like
where like the angle of the face you
doesn't even match.
Doesn't even match up to where the body is.
Just
but
like
you're like, oh, it's Britney Spears. I was
literally going to say it's Britney Spears' head on a black girl's body.
Yeah, don't even match up the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, well, I mean, she's having anal sex. Like, I'm seeing this right now.
Zero pride in your work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, enough anal sex
So
talk.
at the beginning of the movies, I don't know if y'all have been to any film festivals, and I don't know if they do this outside of Canada, but I can confirm they do it in Vancouver and Toronto. They do a someone who works for the festival has to come out and do a land acknowledgement for the indigenous peoples of the area.
Yes.
So, man, I got a lot of things to say. We're actually not going to even get to the topic of the podcast today because it's going to be racism, and then we're going to turn it off.
Okay, how is that not the topic of the podcast? Every podcast.
You know what? You got me. So, and what's interesting is the movie I saw yesterday, it changed.
Because you were in a different area of the city?
No, I've been to that theater twice, and it's changed from the two viewings. So everyone I've seen until yesterday, they acknowledge that we're on the unceded, traditional, and ancestral territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Yesterday, I found out that we're on the traditional and stolen lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. So the ante, my friends, has been upped. And so that land acknowledgement was all that I have been used to in past film festivals.
Right.
However, I don't know if they decided to go all out for the 40th annual Vancouver International Film Festival. But after that, they do the little festival intro video. And then following that is did I time it with a stopwatch? Yes, I did. 7.5 minute video.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh.
Can you continue?
7.5 minute video of 5 different Native Canadian people saying stuff to me.
Okay.
So,
in their booga booga language or in English?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, I saw a movie on the first night of the festival.
Yeah.
And it starts with this large girl and her twinkish friend. And she's speaking in her native language.
Hebrew. Not a lot of people know that the native languages originated in Hebrew.
That's true. But I don't know if it's her native language, or if she's never spoken it before, or if it's her only language and she's just dog shit on camera. It was very unclear because there were gaps and stutters, and this was a first take, best take kind of situation.
Yeah. It was a real Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. So she only spoke in the native language, and the twink only spoke in English. And I like that he gave because he said his native name, which was something I can't pronounce, and then his English name was Mac Paul, which is pretty cool name.
Yeah.
So there was them, and then it goes to another woman in more traditional garb standing between 2 totem poles, and she has a drum, and she does a paddle song to welcome us into this big canoe together with good thoughts and good feelings. No, I'm not going to do it. And good feelings. Then she finishes. Then it cuts to a third guy, and to the credit of the angel back and to the right of me in the theater.
Back and to the right.
Back and to the right.
Back and to the right.
When the third guy comes on, I audibly hear him say, "Oh, come on."
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
So I'm like, oh, it's not just me.
It's not just me.
It's not just me. And then it's a guy in a headdress who does a song. And then it cuts to a fourth woman who's some sort of elected elder and definitely doesn't speak anything native and might even be doing a dolezal.
Nice.
I don't want to accuse her of that.
I love me some dolezal.
But it could be that. And then it cuts to three young men who are both in traditional wear and not. They're wearing one's wearing like a wolf headdress and like a beaded over thing, but it's clearly on top of like a Stussy t-shirt and jeans. So it's an interesting mix, and all three are sort of rocking that vibe.
Okay.
And then they do a native song with their drums, which has, I don't know, 3 notes and 2 words. Because those people didn't even have language until 50 years ago, which, by the way, is like a racist thing I didn't know, accusing natives of not having language. I think I recently learned, so that's a fun one if anyone wants like a new spin on anti-indigenous racism.
I kind of do.
So after all of that, I thought, well, certainly that's only for the first night of the festival. They can't show that before every movie.
Yeah.
People will leave before the movie. There'll never be another festival if you do this. But God bless them, they're doing it. I've seen that 7.5 minutes like 6 times.
Ugh, Jesus Christ.
It's fucking unbearable.
You're really doing a good job of building up the racism inside me, Scott. I have things to say.
I'm really glad I saved it for the pod, because like I could have told you this earlier, but I'm like, no, this one's for everyone.
So number 1, I have to go get my laundry, so you have to kill some time.
You can just pause it.
No, I like the idea of you having to pause it, and or you having to keep talk while I go downstairs.
Number 2?
Because as I'm leaving this podcast, I'm gonna say a racist thing and then leave you hanging to have to deal with the circumstances.
Say the thing and pause it.
The opposite of blocking for you.
Oh, well, no. These are not the promises that
I'll block
were
for
made.
you. Okay. Listen good and listen hard.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to edit this.
No, you won't. Either take it back or shut up.
Honestly, yeah. Correct.
And not even in like come fucking take it, motherfucker. Like, I don't give a shit. Just say, hey, this land is ours again, and be like, all right, okay, fine. At least you did something about it, instead of whining and complaining that we took away your land, but you don't want to do anything about it.
Well, I've heard that this land is your land, this land is our land.
From
see, here's the thing. I've heard a Canadian specific one.
There is a Canadian specific one, yes.
Because from something to Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
But that's not the actual one. Because I don't think Woody Guthrie gave a fuck.
Gave a shit about
Vancouver Island.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
From California to Manhattan Island.
Well, I can tell you right now because I got the full lyrics in front of me. From California to the New York Island.
New York Island. I knew it was something like that.
From the redwood forests to the Gulf Stream waters. I don't feel like that's the whole... That's literally just New York, California... Or California to New York.
Yeah.
Back to California.
And back to New York.
And then to the Gulf Stream.
Yeah.
You're missing big chunks.
I don't know. You cover a lot if you're going from one to the other.
Sure.
You get all those bullshit flower states. Shout out to Nebraska.
And the Canadian one is...
What's the first thing? Where do we go?
From Bona Vista?
See, that was in my head, but I'm like...
Vancouver Island,
I
from
had
the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters.
That's
That's at
better.
least bop, bop,
East to
bop.
west, north to south.
That's across.
Not west to east, west to east.
Or like the same part of the west
Yeah.
to the east, then back to that same place, only a little bit north, then kind of south.
But for the Canadian one, I had Buena Vista in my head, but I'm like, there's no Buena Vista. That's Espanol.
That is
so
correct.
Bona Vista.
Bona Vista.
So a shitty anglicized or sort of francicized.
Francicized.
You know.
Like Frankenstein?
Yes, Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
It's not even the most eastern city in the country. St. John's is more east
It's at least
than Bona Vista.
It's maritime though.
It's like it would appear on the map that it is maybe 3 hours north and slightly west of St. John's.
Okay, it's in Newfoundland.
It's in Newfoundland.
Huh.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
But not in Labrador. Which I don't understand what the point of Labrador is.
It's a chunk that Quebec can't have.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there any major cities?
In Labrador, I couldn't name one. The only city I can name in Newfoundland and Labrador is St. John's.
You don't know Tickle Cove Pond?
Okay, that sounds super fun. Let's go there.
There's also Gander. There's Corner Brook. You don't know any of those?
Oh, there's also Dildo.
There's Dildo.
There's Dildo, Newfoundland.
Yeah, there's lots of other cities that you're missing out on.
That's
here,
true.
bro.
Did I
anyways.
cover all of my...
Would you like me to say more racist things about native people?
If you'd like.
I mean, the thing is, I never grew up with them. I never grew up around them.
I
have
lived on the Musqueam Indian Reservation since I was 6.
Well, and yet
And now-
I'm more racist towards them.
And now I'm 8.
A whole 2 years.
I've been living there for 2 years.
Which is funny, because you're a baby.
That baby.
Yeah, I never had much exposure to them or like really any form of even like
I had my golf club stolen out of my trunk by then.
Kevin and Kyle got
I had my
burglarized.
I had my friends get mugged by them the first time they ever came to my house.
If you are a fan of the aesthetic of garbage on your front lawn, I recommend driving just slightly outside of Scott's
May I
neighborhood.
recommend 3 blocks from Scott's house?
Do you like cars on blocks, but also 2 unused refrigerators?
How about a hot tub that hasn't worked since the 90s?
Or how about just random auto car pieces?
How about Christmas decorations in August?
How about an unlimited supply of drugs? Yeah, I like...
How about a dead dog?
Was it sacrificed to some kind of pagan god? Yeah, anyways... I can go on and on and on about my deep-seated and like really unexplained racism for Indian people.
I don't have a reason.
Like I
just
seriously
feel it.
I grew up in the whitest suburb.
Yep.
Where there were only a select few non-whites at my schools.
Yep.
Maybe when I got to high school there was a little bit more diversity, but in middle school I had a Filipino Chinese friend.
Double?
Like he was half and half.
Damn.
A black Indian friend. Half and half.
Wow.
And one full-on Chinese friend.
Full on Chinese.
And that was it. It was all whites.
This guy over here, full on Chinese. And I don't know if you've heard, but they're the most people.
They're the most. He's one of the full-on ones. He's got it full-blown. Full-blown Chinese. So I don't even know where my hatred or dislike of them came from. I don't know if it's just from people like... goddamn snowflakes like constantly talking about them and apologizing and being sad that we hurt them before any
honestly,
of our ancestors were here.
It honestly might be more, the anger might actually be at the white guilt than the people that the whites are guilty about.
But also they're not doing anything to make their lives better, so that also kind of makes me angry.
Here we go. Why'd you pick yourself up by your bootstraps?
Get a job, you hippie.
You welfare queens.
Are there Indian welfare queens?
Are there...
Could we get Nyla Rose playing the character of Awesome Kong on Glow?
I like that we turned it into a wrestling reference and not just straight down the middle racism.
I remember showing one of my black friends, humble brag,
We both said it.
video of Crime Time,
Yeah.
and him being very angry about it.
And then telling him that was in the 2010s.
Yeah. I said to him, like, this was like maybe 5 years ago.
This was this decade.
Yeah. And I was like, he like heard the music, saw them cutting a promo, and he was so angry.
Did you...
And I was like, I didn't do this.
Did you explain to him that Crime Time was spelled with Y's?
Yeah,
so
he saw.
So it was cool?
Yeah, he saw. It was hip.
He understood.
Yeah.
And did you get in contact with him years later and tell him that one of them died a hero?
I did not.
We'll give him a shout.
I should.
Let's give him a call on the air.
No, I'm cool.
Hey, D'Angelo, it's true.
Shout out to my one black friend, half black, half Italian.
Why's it gotta always be the mixes with you?
Giovanni.
His
name's Giovanni.
Maybe a little more Italian than black, if you ask me.
He's from Los Angeles, and his dad was a record producer for like Motown-y type stuff back in there, like disco stuff back in the day.
Was his dad Barry Gordy?
His dad was not Barry Gordy.
Okay.
No, but...
Was his dad Terry Gordy? Wrestling reference.
He was not Terry Gordy. No, his dad was somebody else.
Ray Gordy?
I don't think
Jesse?
he was a Gordy. his last name is not Gordy.
I'm running out of producers.
Yeah, okay.
Was it David Foster? Was it David Foster Wallace?
His dad was David Foster Wallace.
His dad wrote Infinite Jest. Okay, good. We got there. Anything else I was going to say? Oh, it is the one thing I like about the video is, well, there's more, to be honest, there's more things I don't like than things I like. But at every movie I've been to, it's been someone's first movie of the festival and their first experience with the video. Because there hasn't been anything better than, come on. But there's been noises from the audience by the third or fourth of the 5-part video. They'd be like, oh. And then on the flip side, not so much during the video, but they've also been doing a thing. I've seen 2 so far. There might be more. But there's one with the guy from Shang-Chi.
Don't tell China that movie's popular. They don't like it.
Well, they don't want to see it.
No, they want whites.
They want white guys named Chris and The Rock.
And The Rock.
They don't want one of thems. They got... I don't know if you've been listening. They have the most of them.
They have the most of them.
They want other stuff.
There's 500,000 of them that are the same. They don't want...
There are more real people in China named Shang-Chi than there are named John in the world.
Yeah.
So they don't care.
They don't care.
But there aren't that many The Rocks in China.
You know what? I'm going to look up Chinese The Rock and see what it gives us.
I bet there is a Chinese The Rock, and I bet he's cool. But it is fun seeing it. So it's ostensibly just like a quick little thing on diversity. It's the Shang-Chi guy. Also, do you notice how I say Shang-Chi? Because I heard him say Shang-Chi, because I thought it was Shang-Chi. But now I say it proper, because I'm respectful.
Interesting.
Chinese The Rock?
There's a Chinese actor...
Yeah, who's considered...
That kind of looks like a Chinese The Rock.
There's a Filipino Obama, too, which is pretty cool.
Give me some fucking name. John Song.
Good name.
But what is he? I don't know. But anyways, he kind of looks like Chinese The Rock.
He's Chinese The Rock-esque. I'll give him that.
I'm gonna look him up.
So Shang-Chi they're just little videos about diversity, and he says how he used to play the superheroes at birthday parties and stuff, but had to be superheroes that wore masks like Spider-Man because nobody wants Chinese Superman or anything. And then when Marvel announced they were doing Shang-Chi, he facetiously tweeted at them, "Hey Marvel, get at me!" And then here we are. And then there's another one by, I don't know, a native woman. I don't know.
Name a native woman.
Nyla Rose.
Oh, you got it.
Boom.
Done.
Sort of. We're gonna call it close enough. And her thing was about, I don't know, maybe she's done something in front of or behind the camera. And her thing was, someone said to her once, "Oh, you cut your hair. You used to look like Pocahontas." And she's like, "The real story of Pocahontas is about child rape." I'm like, man, these little videos aren't pulling any punches.
They're really not.
And there's,
so then cancel Disney. What's your fucking problem?
I don't know. But there's often there's often one person at those screenings. It's never been more than one who like tries to clap, and everyone's like, "Shut up." So that's fun too.
I've never been more determined in my life to go to a VIF movie, so that I can be the one guy everyone's angry at.
After 2 movies, I said to Adam, I'm like, okay, hear me out. Next one we go to, when they do the video, we start booing loudly. Are you in?
Boo!
He was
English only, USA!
He was not. I do like yelling USA. So I think that's my midway VIF report. Well, so I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Oh God, Scott, I can't. I can't go to VIF because I'm going to be so angry when that happens.
It's the thing.
Actively angry.
Do you know how long that 7.5 minutes is?
Like 3 days.
It's crazy.
Fuck. I hate it.
I think honestly the first time was the worst because it's worse when you don't know when it's going to end. Like you're like, is this real? Is this the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Like,
am I dead?
Is this the movie?
Am I stuck in purgatory and this is purgatory?
What did I do to deserve this?
Oh, Scott,
I've lived a virtuous life.
You did a lot to deserve this. You deserve worse.
I deserve 8.5.
You deserve to go to the hell where you get held down and butt fucked by a bunch of angry scalies.
Oh,
that's what you deserve.
You know, it sounded okay until the last part.
Yep. Just scalies and avians, and you're blowing them and getting DP'd and QP'd and
quadruple.
Yeah.
Or did you mean quintuple?
I meant
5 Z's. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 1 in the mouth.
What?
Well, I assume they give me a vagina.
Oh, I guess they forced trans.
Yeah.
That's
part of the
deal.
deal.
Trans you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of
forced trans.
Speaking of, luckily no. Scalies and avians and ideally furries. Now that you're done with cable, now that you're a modern Gen Zer who's a wire cutter. And a self cutter. Drew,
is that what they're called? Wire cutters?
I feel like there's a popular blog or something or
flog?
Part of the New York Times or something called Wirecutter, which is just about tech stuff. But now that you don't have it, are you as on top of The Masked Singer as you were? Are you watching it on Hulu or anything?
I forgot that it had started again, so I am not on it.
That's sad. I saw an ad for it. There was a decent looking skunk.
Okay.
And
is he like cyberpunk or something?
It didn't seem to have a gimmick per se, because I know they like to do that. They
really do.
Oh, it's a fox, but also he's a chef.
They had a fox that was steampunk, and that was the winner, and it was Wayne Brady.
And they had a football playing Dalmatian.
Okay, was it a football player?
No, it was. Well, listen to this. I'm going to tell you who it was. And
Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
What?
This.
What have you found?
Give me a better picture of it.
I'm excited.
This is one of them.
Oh no! It's Baby.
It's Baby's first show.
Ugh.
Ah!
That's awful.
I do not care for it. What is
imagine being assigned that. That's good. It's a bullfighter.
Bullfighter.
That one looks pretty good.
Then there's what appears to be a mallard. No, I don't want to visit. I just want to look at the picture. There's the football playing Dalmatian.
Pretty good.
There's hey, police, fuck off.
A fat hamster.
A fat hamster club goer.
A fat hamster on MDMA.
Then there appears to be I can see the skunk.
Looks pretty good, right?
There's like a mallard with a fancy mallard.
Oh, he's fancy. He's got.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
Top hat and overcoat.
Okay. Anyways, you can tell me who the.
Well, I'm going to tell you who the Dalmatian was, and then you tell me what he should have been. I know this may be I know this may be tricky for you.
Pitbull. Similar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Taiga.
I'm gonna say a tiger.
Wolf. Yeah. The Dalmatian looked good.
So far, what? Okay, Scott, you've opened a can of worms here.
I apologize.
You've opened a can of worms
I shouldn't have done
Jesus
this.
Christ, you want to know who the baby was?
Who was the baby?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Wow. Well, that makes sense. He's not above demeaning himself.
No, that is absolutely not true. He's all for it. Dan, you fucking coward.
I'm trying to remember his last name. His last name wasn't coming to me.
It's ridiculous when real singers...
Yeah.
Dan Whitney.
Whitney, that's the one.
When real singers get eliminated.
Yeah.
Because one of the first people eliminated was Toni Braxton.
How did she not go far?
Yeah, she's a real singer.
She's great. She got that smoky deep voice.
Other people eliminated were Dwight Howard, who was an octopus.
Okay.
Another really infuriating one. Mother Nature was Vivica A. Fox.
Jesus, come on, guys.
Toni Braxton was a pufferfish.
Pufferfish.
Tyga was a Dalmatian, and Larry the Cable Guy was a baby. There's also a pepper, a skunk, a hamster, a bull, a banana split, which is 2 people, a cupcake, a mallard, the Queen of Hearts, and that's it.
Yeah, Dalmatian, skunk, and bull all looked pretty good.
I bet you that Larry the Cable Guy performance is fucking terrible. Not as bad as Machete himself.
Oh yeah,
Danny Trejo, who didn't even remember the words to the song he was supposed to be singing.
That's a tough one.
And it was the first song he performed. And guess what? He was eliminated immediately.
Gone? Yeah.
Anyways.
So that was merely my segue, because I've seen ads for the new show that follows The Masked Singer.
After The Masked Singer.
Yes. Alter Egos?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this? Are you as angry about it as I am based on the choices of the alter egos?
Yes.
Because, okay, the premise of the show is it's these uggos singing, but they have like a computer-generated avatar, and that's what the judges see.
Yeah.
Every fucking avatar is just like, it's the bitch, but she's got blue skin and silver hair.
Yeah.
No one wants to be a kitty cat.
No one wants to be like anything good looking.
I think one had like butterfly wings, and the rest is just like weird colors of skin.
Yeah.
Like black
Alien. You're
and yellow. What happened?
Caught me off guard.
Blue and purple.
Something just unnatural, like black or yellow or red.
You know.
Have I ever shown you? No, I'm going to show you after because I don't think I've shown you it. But there's a college humor, Zordon is a racist.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, what? And because I'm the Native American, I'm the Red Ranger? No, of course not. You're the Red Ranger because you've got leadership skills and blah, blah. And he goes, well, I actually think that he's got better leadership skills than me. Well, yeah, but I mean, come on. He's the Black Ranger.
He's the Black Ranger. But yeah, very angry at alter egos and the complete lack of imagination of anyone involved with the making of or contesting on the show.
Yeah.
Like, what you absolute idiots.
Well, Scott, they never...
Now, if I'm wrong, because I haven't watched the show, I've seen ads, and
Yeah.
I've seen, probably they show 5 different people in the ads, and it's all the same, like blue one, green one, whatever.
Yeah.
Like everyone is fucking Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy, basically.
Yeah. What about that other one? What about Find Your Voice? No, what's the one where it was like 4 contestants?
Oh, I can see your voice?
Yeah, I can see your voice. And Ken Jeong was the host.
Yeah.
And it was like, you could just hear the singing.
Yeah.
And you could see the 4 people, and they had to guess, like, which one of it was...
Right.
Like, these things are getting so fucking lame.
So fucking stupid.
So stupid.
But alter egos could be cool.
I guess, but only if
we have computers. Think of all the things computers
if
can do.
everybody was restricted to mammal. Predator mammal.
Predator mammal.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of good praise in there.
I guess, but it
Look,
depends which ones.
I'm very open-minded.
You're open-minded as long as they're the right color.
If you've
and
heard the
they're not a
podcast
dog.
so far, I think you'll agree. Very open-minded.
Everyone knows that I'm the gay racist one, and Scott's the straight open-minded one.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
not the other way around.
That's our odd couple dynamic.
Also straight, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
Say no more.
STR8.
Yeah. BTS.
BTS.
We're both one of BTS.
You be the judge.
You be the judge.
That's all I have.
Okay. Is that in the news?
You got
That's all
anything?
the news?
I guess while we're on the furry train, there was some comment in relation to something, I guess on Twitter, in like as part of just like a little reply chain. But I saw someone saying that like, I'm starting to think you guys are unironically furry. I love people figuring that out now. And I see the same things in comments on Adam's videos, who has...
Really?
Which is, yeah, like this year on Adam's videos. Like, he's been doing it for 10 years. He has over 1 million YouTube subscribers. And like, I see, yeah, like in recent months, people like, wait, are you a furry? I'm like, where have you been?
Have you never seen me wrestle?
What threw you off? No, but to Adam also.
To Adam.
Yeah, which is crazier because he's 1 million times more known than us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but same thing for me on stuff too. And the other good one is people who have like watched multiple streams I'm on, and then they find my wrestling, and like they've heard me talk about wrestling, and then they find my wrestling later.
Okay.
And they're like, wait, you really wrestle?
Wait, this is real?
I'm like, yes. Wouldn't it
Why would I be
Wouldn't
lying
it be
about
super
this?
fucking weird if I was doing a very long-term bit about being a wrestler and not
This
doing
is the
it?
long con.
What a crazy long con. So, no, it's not a long con, and there is not a trace of irony to anything regarding that. To our racism, yes, very ironic, and we're super white.
Oh, sorry, I was clearing my throat.
Yeah. So yeah, I just find that very funny. I find it funnier for Adam than us, but it's still funny for us.
Yeah. That is pretty ridiculous.
Like, how do you... Because people say, like, especially the ones that are like, I've been watching Adam for 6 years. Is he a furry? Or I've also seen, wait, is Adam actually gay? Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why
he's fucking gay.
I don't understand why you're so shocked by someone being gay. Like, it's 2021.
That's another fun... Like, every aspect to what they said, there's, like, 8 reasons it's funny. Yeah. Like, being shocked that someone's gay, listening to him for years and not knowing he's gay.
Like, I get that there are a lot of people who are gay for the clout.
Sure.
Mostly women. Mostly famous women.
Yeah.
But to me, it's so bizarre to be just completely blindsided by wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
You're a homosexual?
I thought you were just gonna say homo.
Yeah, and why would you spend years I can understand
that's the thing.
I can understand years pretending you're not gay.
Sure.
But
I think we can all relate to that.
in this climate, in this day and age,
In this economy?
in this part of the country, at this time of year,
Localized entirely in your
my
apartment.
kitchen, then you're like shocked that someone is a real gay furry.
Yeah. And also seeing and hearing a lot of their content and somehow not picking up on it.
Yeah.
And it's not even like I gave you all the clues, Mr. Police. Like, he's just said he's a gay furry.
Yeah. And like he says all the time, like I'm gay, so I'm allowed to say that.
Yes.
Like, that's not a joke.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's amazing.
That it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
I love it. Keep being you, YouTube comments.
Weird. There was a
Order of business?
no.
Was there a point of order?
Well,
Point of odor, Drew Stinks.
point of order. So I believe this has been brought up in the past.
I believe that
As
love
I'm
is.
doing-
I believe that love is the answer. There's a little blessed union
No,
of souls for
no,
you.
No.
No.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
We're not doing a BSUS, BUOS. I've forgotten how to do acronyms. Blessed Union of Souls, BUOS.
Boss.
BUOS.
Um,
I was saying BUOS.
Very, very quickly, as I've said before, that I am currently in the process of deleting my Facebook, but in order to clear my Facebook,
Every day.
I have to go through my memories to erase them.
Delete everything from that day.
So that when I get rid of my Facebook, there isn't
It's gone.
anything left for Facebook to own.
You are
Because
scorching the earth and salting it so that nothing may grow there.
correct. This is really the only conspiracy theory thing that I believe in, is from what I have understood from the internet, which would never lie to me and never hurt me, unlike Scott, who lies to me and hurts me all the time.
You like it a little bit, though.
Especially when you record podcasts with Kelly without telling me.
That was fun.
That if you just simply delete your Facebook, you can no longer regain anything you had. But as soon as you delete your profile,
The content.
Facebook owns everything you had on your profile. Because they're the only ones that have a formal documented history of what you did.
Remember that thing a couple of years ago where people were like copy and pasting a thing on their profile saying like Facebook does not have the rights to use, but like you fucking
This
idiot.
is me stating that Facebook cannot use my likeness or anything I have
Like,
posted.
what do you think? You think Zuckerberg is scrolling through your wall saying, "Oh, well, I can't use that, guys."
Correct. That is absolutely what I believe he is doing.
Also, speaking of conspiracy theories, I believe in lizard people, but the only one is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, there's that boy ain't
Just-
right. That boy ain't right.
Just him.
That boy ain't right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I've been going through and clearing everything like every day so that there isn't any sort of history of me having a profile or saying anything questionable or suspect that can come up later in life, because there's definitely some things from like 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago that I've said that I read them and go, oh boy.
A lot of F slurs.
There are actually a lot of F slurs. So as I was clearing them out today, I realized that 9 years ago today was the first and to date only, and probably only ever, Dave Bautista MMA fight. Where he beat up a fat guy because they didn't want to give him a real fighter in case he lost.
1-0 lifetime?
1-0 lifetime. Retire on top.
Boom. Nothing better. Retire on top, come back to wrestling, be hilarious.
If I wanted my comeback, Scott, I would scrape it off your chin. Now, the other thing that I very quickly wanted to bring up before we get to the actual thing, maybe, is
Maybe.
last episode where we talked about...
Is this a correction or an omission?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is this an apology? Is this an emergency apology?
This is neither, none of the above.
Is this an addendum?
This is in response to a comment made on the last podcast where I'm going to click on his name, George.
I'm going to call him Jorge.
No, it's George. Who follows the podcast and stated
Good, hey, George. Thanks for listening, George.
As a Ukrainian, He was shocked that they have a hockey league.
Did you like my response to
And
him?
I did have you have the
I
internet.
said, I'm shocked you have the internet.
Now, what I wanted to say was, George, thanks for listening. Also, yes, there is a hockey league. There might even be two tiers of hockey league
Ooh.
there. Now,
Premiership and Champions League?
that's not really how it works in hockey, but sure.
How about don't tell me how to run my fucking business?
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow, aggressive.
Sorry. I did.
It is the Ukrainian Hockey Extra League.
Extra League.
And there's also the Ukrainian Hockey League. There's two.
So the extra...
Or maybe it used to be called the Extra League.
Now,
Let me see.
in my head... Honestly, you could go either way. In my head, my gut reaction was the Extra League should be the secondary one. Because, it's the Extra League.
It's extra. It's additional.
But you could kind of go the other way with the deal. It's the Extra League.
Yeah, this is just the league, but
This
is
one's
the Extra
extra,
League.
yeah. So you can make a case for either.
So, thing I wanted to propose indecently to, oh my god, these arenas do not hold a lot of people. It is a small league. Is Mr. listening to the podcast, George, please hit me up on Twitter at Sarian Softpaws, as we stated at the beginning of the podcast. JK.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. This is the Worst Year of Our Lives podcast.
I'm Scott.
That's Scott. I'm Drew. At Sarian Softpaws on Twitter.
At Not Scott Henson, but message Drew about the hockey
So,
stuff.
message me about the hockey thing, and let's have a little conversation about what main city you live near. And
You're trying to score a jersey.
I'm trying to see if getting a jersey from the Ukrainian Hockey League is feasible at all. So hit me up. Let's have a conversation and figure it out. There's only 8 teams, and
Do any have cool logos?
Well, other than Kiev,
Yeah.
I have not heard of any of these cities.
I hope Kiev's logo is a chicken.
Kiev's logo,
Because who doesn't love a little chicken
is
Kiev?
An eagle.
Oh, you know what? I would try.
Looks like that.
I would try Eagle Kiev.
Eagle Kiev.
Eagle breast stuffed with butter and I don't know, chives or some
Chives
shit.
or baklava. Oh,
I like a dessert chicken.
I hope
What do
he
you got?
lives near the city of
Is it cool? Is it cool? Is it cool?
Bilas Severkva. Sure.
One more time.
Bila, B-I-L-A,
Bila.
is the first word.
Oh, 2 words.
Second word
Bila.
is Tserkva.
Cirkva.
Cirkva.
Bila
Bila
Cirkva.
Cirkva. Because it appears that their team is Snow Leopards.
Oh shit.
So hopefully he lives somewhere in the vicinity and I can get a fucking jersey.
Or just lives near a sports store.
I don't know if they have,
in
like,
the Ukraine where they sell the jerseys of all the hockey
I don't know
teams.
if it's just a common theme of here's a sports store where you can buy soccer jerseys, hockey jerseys, whatever. I don't know if those exist outside of North America and major European.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they have stores in the Ukraine.
I don't know if they have food.
Why do we say the Ukraine? I don't think they say the Ukraine. I think they say Ukraine.
No, it's the Ukraine. Let's not kid ourselves.
Is it the Belarus?
It's
Is
the
it the Latvia?
Belarus, it's the Latvia, it's the Lithuania.
The Tajikistan?
The
Iraq.
It's just
I mean, it is the Iraq, as Miss Teen South Carolina taught us.
Yeah, the Iraq. I'm looking at their jerseys. They're okay, but not amazing. But if I can get one, I'm all
But it is,
for it.
at the end of the day, a Snow Leopard hockey jersey.
It is a snow product. Although, if we have any Russian listeners, which would be fucking amazing. It's always weird that we have listeners from other places in the world.
It is fun.
Anyone who lives in hold on, let me copy and paste this so that I can,
Soviet Russia. This was introduced as a Soviet podcast or Eastern Bloc podcast.
Anyone living in and or around Kazakhstan.
Nice.
There is a Kazakhstani team in the KHL, the Continental Hockey League, that is
It's not how you spell continental.
is a Snow Leopard team. The Baris Nur Sultan, or the Baris Hockey Club, and their logo is a snow leopard. It looks bad. but I would still wear one.
It's not great, but it would be fun to wear.
That's like their jerseys are whatever. They're pretty interesting, but I would love to get my hands on one.
That'd be sick.
So
let's make this happen.
If you're listening, not only George but anyone else, hit me up. Hook me up. Hit me up. Hook me up.
At Sarian Softpaws. SARIAN SOFTPAWS.
Hook 'em. Texas, baby.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, hook 'em.
All right.
Anyways, that's all I got. Batista fought 9 years ago today, and I want Ukrainian or Continental Hockey League jersey. So anyone can make that happen.
Or that Russian team whose mascot
is a real tiger.
No, that
one rules.
But is the
actual furry mascot
the Blue Wolf made by a legit, well-known fursuit maker?
Yeah.
Was it? It might be Mixed Candy, or it might be someone else.
I believe that might be Dynamo Moscow.
But best mascot in, I don't know, sports.
It's Dynamo Moscow's mascot, who is a straight up.
yeah. It's like a
furry blue. I don't know if he's a wolf. Yeah, he's a wolf. Yeah, he's a wolf.
Yeah.
But then there's also the what team would it be? I can picture the logo, but not the team name. But yeah, I love that we've gone to Drew's Hockey Corner. That's amazing, isn't it?
How have you roped me into this?
The Amur Khabarovsk tiger, who mascot is a legitimate tiger.
A tiger.
Or in this case, 2 tigers.
2 tigers.
They gave us 2.
What's a better mascot?
I mean, their jerseys are really cool.
Yes.
Like, they've got good jerseys. So somebody should get Scott a tiger jersey and get me a snow leopard jersey because they are... Well, number one, you can't get them in North America.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty rad.
Damn, that's good.
That's pretty rad. Tail and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even their logo, the Y is the tail.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, you can't buy Continental Hockey League stuff in North America. I don't know if there's just like some weird import thing, or they're pieces of shit because they don't like Russians, or there's a tiger playing goalie.
That was, in fact, a tiger playing goalie.
Which is a little bit of animal abuse. And speaking of animal abuse,
hey,
we saw some today. We saw some real bad animal abuse.
We done seen us a movie.
So we had, as Scott stated last podcast, we had 2 winners.
Yes.
Of the secret message for this season.
Yeah.
And we reached out to them and said, hey, you want a shirt? You want some merch? Do you want audio of us kissing?
Which honestly did tempt both of them.
Yep.
But neither went for it.
Would you like pictures of our bare asses?
Yep.
What would you like?
Shots.
Let us know. And both of them
were just in it for the love of the game.
Both of them were just fans of the pod. Which ultimately led to winner of the first winner,
the male winner. So he's number 1. It had led to him giving us a surprise mystery, all request live, solo movie for an additional podcast. Yeah.
So not only did he win, but he also helped us create content.
Yeah, and paid us
for it. So
that's really a lot of encouragement to make more contests. Where at the end of the contest, we get money.
We get them.
That's how to do it. I've never considered myself an entrepreneur before, but
I don't even consider you a friend.
But now I do. If I can run a contest and then somehow win my own contest, that's the dream. So shout out to the Raw Dogs podcast / Black Scott Ensign. And of course also to Dianite, a sweetheart.
Yeah. So what happened was that the conversation after that was just sort of like some, back and forth things of whatever.
He sent us a couple of, I'm going to call them high-intensity videos.
High-intensity videos. But then just sort of said, hey, if one of you or both of you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you seeing it. And which both of us responded with like, oh, always meant to see it, but never actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, fucking strap in, motherfuckers, because you're watching it. So the movie is noted cult classic 1972.
Does it have a Criterion release?
I don't know if this one specifically does.
Okay.
I know two of his other ones do. 1972 John Waters' Pink Flamingo.
And speaking of animals with an adjective before them, just wanted to properly attribute the fursuit maker of that Blue Wolf Moscow team, Latin Vixen.
Latin Vixen
is the popular fursuit maker.
Is it?
Who made that?
Is that Latin Vixen on Twitter?
Probably.
You don't know. Latin Vixen. But I mean, there is a Latin Vixen on Twitter with 16.7k followers.
I'm gonna say it's that.
How to order a fursuit mixed candy.
So it is mixed candy, and Latin Vixen is the person who does mixed candy. So I was right twice. Can you imagine being as right as me? Can you imagine being as white as me? Both are almost unfathomable.
Only part of you's white, though.
True.
Only the tummy part.
Tummy.
Only the undercarriage.
It literally, yeah, like chest, tummy, inner thigh, and around to inner butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And beehole.
Beehole's white.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only fuck with white beeholes.
That is wild that a fursuit maker from Orlando, Florida made it a Continental Hockey League mascot, dude.
I think... No, I don't know if that's accurate. I think I know some people. I was wondering if
Were you trying to brag that you're friends with them?
I was wondering if Manny's is from there, but it might be from someone else. I can't remember.
This is some good stuff. These suits are real good.
They are real good.
Real good.
Yeah. If I was
pricey.
Not cheap, but
is she one of the people?
You can get it done fast, or you can get it done right.
Is she one of the people that takes like 3 years to get it completed because it's so time consuming?
I think most of the good ones are kind of like that because they're all small operations. They're all in extremely high demand, and they take a long time to make. But you can have quantity or you can have quality.
I would like quality, please.
If I was in the fursuit market, mixed candy would definitely be one I'd be looking at.
Fucking look at that.
Looks really nice.
That is fucking insane.
That's really nice.
And you know what really, I guess, kind of...
Yeah, do you have a reference to the picture you just showed me? Like a date of the tweet or something?
24th of September, 2021.
Cool. Look at that head.
It sucks. It must suck, kind of, for them. Obviously, she would be making money by making suits, but it sucks that you are maybe one of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life. Looking at that head...
you were looking... I thought you were saying that to me. You were looking at me when you said it.
Scott, you're not even in the conversation. One of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life. Looking at this head, this head.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately, your skills, your creativity and ability is kind of limited to this one thing.
Yes.
Because it's not like an everyday somebody is going to reach out to you to make it.
No, it is
strictly for the fandom.
It is niche.
Which sucks for her.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life.
So talented. It's crazy.
It's like all those people that are furry artists that can make exact replica drawing, animations of Pixar and Disney things of them fucking.
Yep.
But it's like you could be working for actual Pixar
Yes.
or actual Disney,
But
instead you're doing this. It's like it's so ridiculous.
it's crazy.
Oh, but like these are beautiful. These are amazing.
Yeah.
Latin Vixen on Twitter. Follow if you don't.
And I guess I think there's
also mixed.
There's an @mixed candy as well,
which I guess is the business side of it.
Yeah,
37.3K followers.
Ooh,
following one.
Wow, is it just following Latin Vixen?
Following
Mixed Candy
Island,
VRC.
Twitter,
oh, for VR chat.
For VR chat.
Ooh.
Well, interesting.
You know what? I got more followers than Mixed Candy VRC, so suck it.
How many does VRC have? Oh,
1,000.
Yeah.
Like a pussy.
Like a pussy. Where were we? Anyways,
Pink Flamingos.
So, I only knew one thing about this movie.
We both
and
knew
that was it.
Of the final scene.
Yes.
Neither of us had seen it.
No.
And I didn't know if it was related to the rest of the movie or not. It's not really.
It's not really.
It's just kind of a fun bonus.
It's just a stupid thing to do at the 34th minute of a movie.
If post
hour and 34th.
Yeah. If post credits existed in 1972, this would be the post credits.
This is Divine joining the Avengers.
Absolutely. Divine was I don't know, Spider-Man and
Spider-Man
and the
Chinese Spider-Man under a mask.
And the poo was Sam Jackson. But we'll get to that. Best for last.
So this if you're not familiar with John Waters period, but also this movie, it is how do I put this? It's made by a air quotes professional filmmaker.
Yeah.
But
an auteur.
Nothing about it is professional.
Oh no, it's garbage.
I mean, the budget was nothing.
No.
The budget was steal things and film where we're not supposed to.
Yeah.
That was the budget.
Yeah, because there's a point where a trailer is set ablaze, and Drew's like,
I jokingly said,
"You think they got a permit for that?
You think they got a permit to light that on fire?"
No, they didn't. So I don't know. How do we even get into the meat of Pink Flamingos? I don't know. Do you want to start with the meat, where drag queen Divine goes to the butcher, orders a big old slab of beef, and then shoves it in her pussy and walks out of the store with it? And then before getting home, like
did you think to stop off to take a poo or pee?
I think a girl pee, even though it's a man. And then where there was no sign of the meat, but then comes home and barbecues
it.
Yeah.
It's so hard to even go through this like from a plot standpoint,
linearly,
because there's just so much random shit that happens, literal shit the whole time. So ultimately it's Divine and their group of misfit toys involving her mother
Edie,
who is a giant baby woman who lives in a crib.
Yeah.
And
even when she's outside
of the
still in the crib,
always in the crib, except for the one time
when she's in a wheelbarrow.
And is obsessed with the Eggman and eating eggs.
Yes.
And constantly screams and cries about wanting eggs.
Yeah.
Wants to eat 50 eggs in a day. Then is offered to eat 100 eggs in a day.
I think 1,000 might have even
1,000 eggs in a day.
She's severely mentally deficient.
Incredibly obese.
Yeah. Jumbo naturals. I'll give her that.
She does have jumbo naturals. Then there is a Divine's son.
Yes.
Son, Crackers.
Yep.
Who is missing one of his front teeth.
Yep.
But not the front two. It's the one right next to the front.
It's a bicuspid.
Who is obsessed with having weird sex.
Yeah.
And his sister, Cookie.
Yeah.
Likes watching him have weird sex. He is involved in the most uncomfortable scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually involved in the most uncomfortable scene in a non-plot related way, and then also in a plot related way.
Yeah.
So there are two. So, anyways, there's them. They live together in the trailer, in theory.
Yeah.
Then there are. I don't understand what do they have a job, or are they just bad guys?
They run. I think their income is from the baby ring.
Right. So they're kind of like what are the bad guys in Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Boris and Natasha.
Boris and Natasha. They are the Boris and Natasha of this movie.
This is an Eastern Bloc podcast.
They
are the Boris and Natasha.
Boris, played by Bob Hoskins.
And Natasha by Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Good Rocky and Bullwinkle talk. So they have. No, I lied.
Danny DeVito.
Boris is played by Jason Alexander.
Oh,
and the fearless leader is played by Robert fucking De Niro.
Sick.
And Natasha is played by Renee Russo.
So did we make up a different Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Is there 2 Rocky and Bullwinkle movies?
I don't know. Maybe.
The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle in 2000 was the movie.
That's probably the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Huh. All right.
So we made it up. All right.
Let's do it. We can still do it.
We can still do it.
Well, Bob Hoskins might be tough.
Maybe.
We can get DeVito.
Anyways, so they are angry because Divine has been stated as being the
filthiest person
alive. And they think they're the filthiest people alive.
Yeah.
So they get a weird girl with a fat tongue and a lisp to infiltrate Divine's group by fucking crackers.
Yeah, to get information on them, where they live, and how to get them.
Who lives there and whatever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Boris and Natasha have
a servant.
They have a servant who they use they kidnap young women.
Yeah.
And then they use him to fuck them and impregnate them.
And they sell the babies.
And then they sell the babies.
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of implied that he also kills the women.
Yeah, there are definitely some dead women.
Because they're the one alive woman that's pregnant, but there's also a dead
just
body.
a corpse.
And he's kind of like retarded, and also wants to be a crossdresser or wants to be a woman.
Poor Channing. You leave Channing alone.
Channing's a weird fella.
How's Channing doing these days?
Alive and well, kicking it.
Or
he's dead.
Didn't die of a PCP.
That was the other guy. That's
that's
the blue-haired bad guy.
Oh, that was Raymond.
He died within several years of making this movie.
That was Boris.
From a PCP overdose.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Rocket. How many people in history have died of a PCP overdose? Not that many. Maybe.
Not a lot. A few, but not a lot.
Not very many.
Yeah. What a way to go.
So they send this girl to sleep with crackers, who then him and his sister Cookie are going to. She says to him, "Make it really gross.
Make it grosser than last time.
I want it grosser than last time.
Because last time was gross, but I want grosser."
Yeah. So she wants to watch her brother fuck this girl in the grossest way possible. And the way that
he does a pretty good job of it.
P.S. He wins. He takes 2 live chickens and he tries to stuff the live chickens up her vagine. Yeah. And in the process,
he kills at least one.
He kills one, if not both, live on air. You see it.
Yeah.
It's not even like a fake chicken.
No. It's
at one point the chicken's alive, and then there's just a bunch of blood.
I mean, it's real live chickens, and there are no camera cuts.
It's a bunch of blood, and I said to Scott, "Is the blood from the chicken?"
I'm like, and I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, that chicken's dead.
Yeah.
So he straight up killed a chicken trying to stuff it up a girl's vagine.
Yeah.
He then, while holding the dead chicken, fucks her. And then what happens to her? She just disappears, doesn't she?
I think we don't see her again.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah.
She gives them the information.
And her purpose has been served.
And her purpose is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, in theory, the most disturbing scene, but there are still some more.
There's others that give it a run for its
So once
money.
they find out where Divine lives, they package up a poop, and they send her a poop.
They do be like that.
I think a human poop.
I hope it would
be a dog poop.
In the spirit of
It must be
the
dog
movie.
poop, because otherwise that how it explains the ending.
Oh, that it's reincorporation.
Yeah.
There's got to be
foreshadowing.
Reincorporophagia. Come on.
That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's some high level wordplay.
That is a smart man who went to the University of British Columbia.
I did, even though you're wearing the shirt and didn't go there.
Gotta support the team, Scott.
Gotta support the team. Go Thunderbirds.
The two big loves in my life both went to UBC, so
That's true.
go Thunderbirds.
You are exclusive to UBC alums.
I am. So Divine is like completely distraught that someone would send her a shit.
How's the card addressed?
Oh, Fatso. Dear Fatso, happy birthday.
I love a card addressed to Fatso.
So yeah, there's so many things like
it's apropos of nothing, but Edie, the grandma baby, in one of her deep thoughts moments with the Eggman was it might have just been talking to Divine. She was very worried about first she had to learn, even though she's been presumably obsessed with eggs her entire life, she just now learned where they came from from chickens. And but then she was like, what if there are no more chickens? Would there be no more eggs? And they're like, well, you don't have to worry about that. They'll be chickens.
Don't worry, there's chickens.
But she's like, but if there were no more chickens, would there be no more eggs? And they're like, that's just the egg paranoia. And I liked the concept of egg paranoia.
I really like the idea of egg paranoia. And then they're like, don't worry. Well, like the Eggman tells her, well, like the world will never run out of chickens. There's always gonna be chickens. Like, oh, good, all the chickens. I can have 100 eggs. I can have 1,000 eggs. Like, yes, you can.
I liked in one of the lovemaking or more toe-sucking 69s between Boris and Natasha. The Boris, R.I.P., proclaimed that he loved her more than his hair color, which is something because he had pretty cool blue hair. Yeah. And if you're wondering, did he also dye his pubes? Yes, he did. Is there a lot of full frontal nudity in this movie? Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Is there trans full frontal nudity?
There is trans.
Yes, there is, because Boris, what's his name, Raymond in the movie, is also a flasher. And he has a successful flash earlier in the movie where he scares off two girls and then
steals their purse.
Steals their purse that they left. And then the second time he tries it, the girl he does it to seems into it, and she like shows him a tit back and then pulls her dick out.
Yeah.
Oh, and also his successful flash on the two girls was his real dick, but also a big sausage tied to it.
A huge sausage, yeah.
Which is a good flash. He's a little shy.
He's a little shy, and he's a little self-conscious about the size of his limp wiener, as we all
So he's
are.
like, I'll make people think.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Like I want to show my dick, but I don't want people to think it's too small. So I'll show my dick, but tie a sausage to it, so people think I have a 3-foot dick.
Yeah, I'm from a distance, people think I'm a goddamn Chernobyl waste.
Yeah.
Much like noted friend of the podcast, Kelly Owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they... at one point, poor young dumb Channing, he brings a new girl back that he's kidnapped, or they've kidnapped.
Zooey Deschanel,
the new girl.
Yeah.
And the current girl that's in the pit that's pregnant is yelling at him about, like, don't force yourself on her. She looks dead. And he goes, oh, I'm not gonna. I'm not
even gonna have sex with her.
I found a better way. So he jerks off to completion in his hand. He then
hopefully for real. Can't say because his back was to us, but I do hope for real.
He then takes a syringe
Yeah.
and fills it with the semen.
Yeah.
And then inserts it into the girl's vagina and unloads.
Yeah.
And it looked kind of real, like he did insert it in her.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was real cum, but
You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we saw other things in this that were real.
We did see other things that were real. We saw real chicken death and real poop. But any way you slice it, that syringe went in a real pussy.
It really did.
Yeah.
Really, really did.
Hairy 70s pussy.
Ugh, disgusting Harry.
Your favorite?
Pussy. Yeah, Bush is. I'm a real big fan of that Bush, not the other Bush.
Lil Bush?
I got a Bush I like, and there's one Bush I don't like, and the other Bush I'm lukewarm on.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not true. I'm 2-2. I'm a big W fan, and I'm a big Jeb fan.
Jeb! Exclamation mark.
I'm not a Dad Bush fan, and I'm not
an HW?
I'm not a Harry Pussy fan.
Wouldn't be prudent. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna. So
I did not say not gonna do.
I did not hit that woman. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. And where was I? What was happening here? I got lost in the shuffle. Anyways, so he makes her pregnant.
Yeah.
Then what happens is Divine and her crew get the cops called on them.
Yeah, they're having her birthday.
They're having her birthday party where she's getting all these stupid ass presents.
She
like
got
cigarettes,
a pack of cigarettes, a pig's head,
a
giant cleaver,
a giant cleaver. So then Boris and Natasha call the cops and say that they're having. Oh, the party has one of the worst fucking things. Like, watching the dead chicken was bad.
I'm glad we paused the movie, went and got food, and we're eating during this.
Yes. So number one is they show the fat mama covered in eggs.
Yep.
He just slobbered eggs all over herself.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Which you had to look away from.
I had to look away from. I was gonna throw up
yeah.
if I was eating chicken while watching that. But then they're doing a talent show.
Kind of. Yeah.
Show us your songs.
Yeah.
So the first guy can can move his shoulder blades to make it look
thing.
like he has bat wing shit. Or I don't know, something. It wasn't even cool.
Yeah.
But the next guy takes off his pants, and we're like, oh, is he gonna blow himself?
Because he got nude and then went into crab walk position. I'm like, oh, maybe he's gonna blow himself. That'd be cool. And then
that would be cool.
But then he just starts full goat seeing. He's just doing doing butthole tricks,
full open asshole, and he's pushing it out,
flexing it. And speaking of butts, Channing, when he's jerking off for the turkey baster,
has weird ass.
One of the worst asses I've ever seen in my life. He you know how in theory ass muscle should go all the way around? He only had inner ass muscle, both on adjacent to the cleft, and then there was nothing on the outside. It had been caved in. It was insane.
It was like a pumpkin somebody had stomped on after Halloween.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so we had to fast forward a little bit of butthole stuff.
Yeah, that butthole stuff
while
was
we were
real
eating.
harsh. Anyway, so after Boris and Natasha have called the cops, they show up and they end up getting just murdered and eaten by the birthday party.
Yeah,
out of nowhere,
just gnawing red meat off.
Now
bones.
all of a sudden they're cannibals. That was definitely alluded to the rest of the fucking movie.
She's the filthiest person alive. She's probably gonna eat people.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess. So there's that. They kill them. Then they decide, okay, we have to go on the offensive. We have to find out who these people are that are trying to get us. So it's sort of Divine and her crew go to Boris and Natasha's house.
Yeah.
But Boris and Natasha see that they've left and they go to their house.
Go to the trailer.
So Boris and Natasha end up burning down the trailer.
Yeah.
Which, as we stated before, no permit.
Yeah,
and
also,
it's
it gets to be a pretty big fire.
And also, it's a one shot. Don't fuck this up.
Yeah, we have one
do
take
it
at
once.
this. Yeah. Also, which is on brand for the movie because this movie is all first takes. Because there's stuttering, there's skipping, there's wrong words. Like baby grandma Edie at one point says, I want more eggs.
Yeah. Okay, Scott.
What's
Twitter has been listening to our conversation.
Oh.
Just looking at look at my Twitter. Just somebody randomly posted a picture of Jeb and W.
I'll be damned.
Like, Twitter, stop listening to me. Hey, Twitter, I want more pictures of Jeb and George W. Bush on my phone.
No HW, please.
No.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Don't even want to mention it. Okay, now in an hour when I come back to Twitter, I hope there's pictures of the Bush brothers. The Bush boys.
Them Bush boys.
Them
They're
Bush
back at it
boys.
again.
So Divine and Crackers go to Boris and Natasha's house, and they just start licking everything.
They lick everything.
Like,
they
that's
do
the
full
gross thing.
one-shot lick down the banister.
The banister, yeah.
stairs.
They lick everything in the house.
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, they're just so excited by the licking that Divine decides to give
Blow
her son a limp wiener blowjob.
Yeah. And it is a full, real blowjob.
It is penis in mouth.
Yes,
However,
it is.
Crackers does not get it up.
Because it's his mom.
It's his mom, who's also a guy.
Have we talked about Divine's hair?
Divine's hairline.
How it starts halfway up
back.
his head?
Yeah. It is
It's great.
insanity.
I'm not being insensitive, by the way. Like, he identified as a man.
Yeah, we read that. A
He just
gay
dressed
man
as Divine.
who just was Divine to get famous.
Professionally.
Yeah. So the blowjob stops really quickly for some reason. Like, they don't actually.
They're like, we got stuff to do.
There's no erection and there's no cum.
Yeah.
And they just sort of like panic and
Sounds
disappear
like
into a
my
closet.
kind of blowjob.
Yeah. They just disappear and hide until Boris and Natasha come home.
Yeah.
And then they sort of like kidnap them.
Yes.
Take them back to the trailer, where they've now... Or no, they left and go... It's weird. They leave, they go to the trailer and realize that the trailer's been burnt down. They then go back to the house and hide and wait for them to come home.
That's right.
And then when they come home, they capture
they
them.
do all the licking, go back to the trailer.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is more on fire than it used to be.
They burned it down.
Let's go get him.
Get him.
Then they go get him.
So they go get him. They then bring them back to the trailer where a bunch of news media has just randomly showed up and gathered.
Of various Maryland news media, because John Waters is a big Baltimore guy.
Baltimore.
Not a lot of strong Baltimore accents.
Other than Crackers.
Other than Crackers and the narrator. Who jarringly shows up between a few scenes, but not all.
Yeah, just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah. And they're like those O's. Those are
down the wire.
Those are Baltimore O's.
Baltimore.
We're talking ocean.
Ocean. Yeah. So the random reporters, paparazzi, whatever, like they just show up out of nowhere, and then Divine, Crackers, and
Cotton. I think it's Cotton Nut Cookie.
Yeah.
But there was also,
a
cookie?
cookie. I don't know. Cotton. Anyways, Cotton. Yeah. Have a makeshift trial where they put Boris and Natasha on trial. And
While gagged.
And it is pretty much... It's dumb. We fast forwarded through all of the licking, and we fast forwarded through some of the fake trial, where they pretty much state that they burned down their house and now they have to die.
Yeah.
They tar and feather them.
Yeah.
And then Divine, after giving like long fucking winded speeches,
shoots them both in the head.
Shoots them both in the face. And then they decide they're going to move to Boise.
Yeah.
And then they talk about dyeing their
But
hair.
I did like all their Boise plans were cool.
Yeah.
Because they're and they told the media they were going to have to leave because of, the murders. But they of course couldn't say where. But then after the media left, they were discussing and Cotton suggested Boise. And then they got all these grand plans. Crackers was going to dye his hair blonde because that would make him look filthier. Yep. And
Divine was going to dye her hair pink.
Dye her pink and start dressing like a dyke, as she said. Which is very funny. And I think Cotton was going to get a crew cut. I was kind of sad the last scene didn't have them with those looks.
I wanted the crew cut.
I wanted those looks. I wanted, blonde Crackers, crew cut Cotton, and pink dyke Divine.
Yep, I don't know.
But instead, the final scene is them walking down the street to some funky beats, and
In fact, there were some funky beats.
right. And Divine catches out of the corner of her eye a dog shitting, and then we get some close-ups of Divine licking her lips.
Yeah, I believe there was a voiceover that said
There was a
like,
voiceover. Oh yeah, there's a voiceover that literally told us this shit was real, yo.
Yeah. Hey,
not
this
not
was
exactly
real,
like that,
yo.
but as Baltimore-y as that.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the movie. This
Nope.
was literally just like they had the people. They were probably just filming some like B-roll stuff of them walking places, and they happened to get a dog shitting on camera. And Divine happened to sit down beside the dog shitting, no camera cuts, and wait for that dog to finish the dog's business. And I didn't want to misgender the dog. I was going to say I don't know if the dog was a he. And no camera cuts. Takes a generous handful of fairly soft dog shit,
Soft and runny shit.
puts it right in her mouth.
Right.
Kind of gags right off the bat,
Yeah.
because
But-
there's still a bit of a human being under there. But like grins and bears it.
For longer
like,
than they
goes
should,
for
yeah.
it.
And then
And, like,
eventually does like bleh, but then it's still in the mouth.
Spits the bulk out,
But it's still all
but I
over the
say
teeth.
I said bulk and not all.
Yeah.
There's still shit in your mouth.
I'm not sure if you heard me. I didn't just say some of the shit. I want all of the shit.
Of the shit.
And that's the end of the fucking movie.
Yeah, cut to credits. Which, I don't know, I have the DVD of it, so I guess that's why, but it says copyright 1997 John Waters.
Yeah, that might just be the
That
release of the
must be
DVD.
for the DVD. But it was in like kind of like the old-timey like graphic, the same as the rest of the 1972 stuff. So I don't know. I can't tell you if that was a thing for the DVD or it was just a weird joke in 1972.
I don't think it's a weird joke. I think it was probably just some repressing is what you got.
It must be, yeah.
So the majority of the cast is dead.
Yep.
The only ones that are still
Divine
alive.
died at 42 in 1988.
Yeah. Cotton is
from,
still.
from being a pig.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cotton is still alive.
Shout out to Cotton.
Natasha's still alive.
Good for her.
Channing is still alive.
That one surprised me. He should have also been a PCP overdose.
And
Actually, the first shot of Channing, I thought he was George Carlin.
yes, you did. This is kind of weird.
How's the Eggman doing?
Dead. Too
many eggs?
The woman playing the
The spy?
Nazi at the party.
Oh yeah, during the police killing, someone
Bahati
was
the Nazi.
straight up wearing a Nazi armband.
Is not only a 3-time primetime Emmy Award winner
Primetime, no daytime soap
for
shit.
Veep.
Oh,
Is a big time Hollywood casting director.
huh.
For like Lincoln, Straight Outta Compton, The Wire, Veep.
So you're saying she cast Julia Louis Agulia
Yeah.
for Veep.
That is
You're saying
correct.
she cast Matt Walsh for Veep.
Correct.
Kevin Dunn.
Sam
Richardson. Zach Woods? Nope.
Zach Woods.
That's Silicon Valley.
That's Silicon Valley.
The tall guy. Jonah. Tim Simons.
Tim Simons, yeah.
Tim Simons.
Jonah Ray.
I can keep going. Not Jonah Ray. His character's name was Jonah, but Jonah Ray is a comedian. Veep. Veep. I had another. Fucking My Girl. Anna Klumsky.
Fairuza Balk?
No, literally the girl
Oh.
from My Girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Not My Girl.
Not my girl.
Not the bees. By the way, Wicker Man takes too much credit. My Girl, the original, not the bees.
The original,
movie.
not the bees.
And then the guy.
The guy.
The guy. Ben
Hogan.
Dan. I feel like he had a 3-letter name. The regular younger dark-haired guy.
Dan Fogel.
It's not Dan Fogel, and it's not Dan Fogelberg. Veep. Who's that guy?
Bart Silverstein.
Oh, also, my apologies to Tony Hale. Reed Scott. That's my guy. And is he the guy in the... Yes, he is. Drew, I got a segue. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Are we good on Pink Flamingos?
Yeah, we're good on Pink Flamingos.
My segue is I forgot my other off the reservation movie I saw this week. Oh, motherfucker! I forgot both of them. So here's segue number 1. Reed Scott plays Dr. Dan in both Venom and the new release Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Okay.
Which I saw.
I'm sure you did.
It's horrible.
Better or worse?
It's a little worse. And the first one is so bad.
Does it have an Eminem song in it?
No.
Oh. Well, then I don't want to see it.
That's why it's worse.
I only want to see it because I want to hear Venom.
Here's what it really doesn't have, which was I was more upset about than the lack of an Eminem song.
Full frontal nudity.
Which made me so mad, I posted a rare letterboxed review.
Oh, I didn't even look. I didn't even see.
So you can read it for the nice people.
No. You say it while I'm reading it.
Is that how you like to be?
Yeah.
You like to be read to while you're reading?
Yeah. I like to be able to follow along, but then also have somebody say it to me out loud.
That's totally.
We should just end the podcast without saying it. Just.
I'm guessing you found it.
Lots of laughing. Cut it off. It's up to them to find it.
You find my letterboxd. My review, which I posted while still sitting in the theater seat, I was so mad. Woody didn't have the clown wig from the first Venom. 1 out of 10. They changed his hair.
I saw it in the trailer.
His hair was too stupid in the first one.
Yeah, his hair was regular-ish, but still dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, the hair changes. He gets like I guess he gets a makeover when he becomes Carnage.
Oh.
Because, like, his hairstyle changes halfway through the movie.
Maybe the symbiote in him was like, you look like a fag.
But then he just gives him a different face.
I should just make you look cool.
I don't know. They both did a bad job.
Become a greaser?
He doesn't become a greaser. Like, oh, you're thinking Toby?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a female villain, too, who's got stupid powers, isn't there?
No.
Isn't there? I thought she was like the girlfriend of Woody.
Oh. Yeah.
Doesn't she have dumb powers? Like
yeah, no,
she can like scream really loud.
I've already forgotten the movie.
Okay.
Yes, his girlfriend
is a screamer.
She's I don't know, because like she's basically an X-Man. Because like they say, like she's a mutant.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we got mutants here now. I know it's all Marvel, but still.
Gotta cross them over.
So I don't know if she's like a Banshee or a Shriek or something like that. But she's a screamer. But there's also a screamer in fucking Birds of Prey, which is DC.
That's true.
So I don't know. But yes, she is his cohort.
Well, sucks to be Andy Serkis.
He's a bad director.
I mean, he's only directed 3 things.
And they're all shit.
You haven't seen one of them.
I've seen them all.
You've seen Breathe?
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Oh, no. I saw Don't Breathe. Also, I didn't see that. You know what? You've called my bluff.
Oh, Andy. What a shame.
It's truly terrible.
Okay, that was your first off-reservation.
My other off-reservation was... I don't know when to drop this piece of information. I'd like to drop it when I found out, which was after the movie was over, as we walked out, and Adam said to me, Palme d'Or winner. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We saw Titan.
Oh, okay.
By the girl French director whose name escapes me, of Raw.
Yeah.
Your number 2 movie of 2016?
Scott, you're asking too many questions without me having a file.
If I was to say, hey, what's that folder labeled taxes and then a winky face after it? Can we look at that folder?
If you want. You're gonna be really disappointed. My number 2.
Yeah. I don't know if this will be my number 2 for 2021. Apparently, it was the Cannes Film Festival's number 1 for 2021.
Is that sarcasm of you're not sure how high it'll be, or you think it'll be off? It's awful and it won't even be mentioned.
I mean, it's not awful. It's fucking crazy. Like, if you thought Raw was nuts, holy fuck.
I did.
She gets pregnant from a car.
Huh.
And that's the 4th craziest thing in the movie.
So it's like, is it like in the sense of if somebody comes in a toilet seat and you sit on a toilet seat, you get pregnant?
No.
Or is it like the female equivalent of The Picture We Love?
Yes.
Wow.
She fucks a car.
Why?
Because she was in a car accident.
Because she's one of those car fags who thinks cars are hot?
She
Like my friend Alex Butler who fucks his car?
Whoa! Full government names.
Alexander Butler fucks his car. Anyways.
Yeah, she was in a car accident when she was a kid and got her head all smashed up. Then she got some titanium, which in French is titan, put in her head, and then she started fucking cars. It's not well explained.
Is it French Crash?
It has elements of French Crash for sure.
Well,
but
they would have elements of Crash, Scott, not elements of French Crash.
It's a French movie that has elements of Crash. Why?
Thank you.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because your autism would not let me say something like that. You would correct me, so I'm correcting you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I'm gay. What's to you? Is that what you're gonna say?
It's truly insane. It's a wild. It is not boring by any stretch of the imagination, and worth seeing. But when I was told Palme d'Or, like, it is, if genre-wise, I would classify it as a horror movie. And it's not like that's a common winner at Cannes. Ever. What's the last horror movie that won the Palme d'Or? I don't know, like Silence of the Lambs did or something, but that's the last possible one that could have, and I bet it didn't even.
I was gonna say Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, perhaps?
A Palme d'Or winner?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you're right.
I might be right. I might be right.
I think like the, fifth Paranormal Activity, winning the most prestigious prize in film.
Have you read what the description is for it on Letterboxd?
Does it just describe what titanium is?
Following a series of unexplained crimes, a former firefighter is reunited with his son who has been missing for 10 years. That's the only description. That's not the movie you just described to me.
What's the problem? That's exactly what I just said.
Oh, yeah, that is exactly the words you said.
Did I also mention that the car fucker is a serial killer who, after killing too many people, disguises herself as the 10 years missing son of a firefighter and comes back to him as his son?
No.
Oh. Should I have?
Is this, are all the screenings done for Biff? For it?
This wasn't VIF.
Oh, this is regular theater?
This was just hanging out at Fifth Avenue. Yeah.
I think I'm going to see a movie tonight.
You maybe should. You should, like, see it before next week, because I want to hear your take on it. And next week we'll spoil it more so. But it's a movie.
There's 2 screenings tonight.
There you go.
7:15 and 9:50.
Big day.
Well, I wonder if I can sneak away and see a 9:50 by myself, because I'm definitely seeing it by myself.
Yeah. See it by yourself. So
I can jerk off.
See it by yourself so you can jerk off, and so you don't traumatize your girlfriend.
She's seen worse.
No, she hasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna show
This
her...
would be the worst thing she's ever seen.
I'm gonna show her a trailer and see if she wants to go.
I wonder how the trailer encapsulates it. I wonder how much the trailer gives you. Because there's a lot.
We can watch afterwards and see what happens.
It's something. So go check out weirdest Palme d'Or winner I can think of, Titan, folks. And Drew will get back to you next week with his hot takes. He's going to, what do black women say? Spill the tea on it? Or what did black women say that was then stolen by gay guys, that was then stolen by white women, that was then stolen by white men? Spill the tea? I think that's it.
I have no idea.
You don't know anything.
I'm none of those things.
I have not been one thing you described, least of all a white man.
Least of all, wait a minute. I'm from the Middle East.
That's true. You're a Middle East type of bitch.
Yeah, I am. I'm from the mountainous regions of Afghanistan or Nepal or Mongolia. It's still undecided.
Yeah. Jury's out.
Maybe Afghanistan. But we'll see.
Okay, I mean, Afghanistan is pretty hot in the news right now, so
it is.
If you want to capitalize, that might be the move.
Well, I'm aligning myself with the Taliban.
I mean,
I'm going to be allies with them like the Americans are now.
There. Do you will you be dedicating your next film to the brave fighters of the Mujahideen?
Yes.
And then 15 years after that, changing it to the brave people of Afghanistan?
Yes, I will be doing that immediately.
That's pretty cool. I respect that. Seems like enough, right? At this point, who are we trying to impress? Go ahead and send us most of your money.
Just give us your paychecks.
Just give us your paychecks and your get direct deposit on your paycheck, but direct deposit it to us at paypal.me/notscotthenson. Not a different address that I accidentally was copying and pasting into Twitch chats for 2 Sunday streams, and my good friend Scott Henson of Carlsbad, New Mexico, got, I don't know, I'm gonna say $24,000 that should have been for me. So
I can't believe you fucked up your own email.
And what was crazy was when I retyped it correctly, I'm like, there's no way I ever typed this wrong. It feels so weird to type it wrong. How did I fucking do this? But you know what? Well, I did it. There's no other explanation than I fucked it up at some point and was just copying the wrong thing. So that was bad. So if you, and you should, feel bad for me that I can no longer buy that Jeep Grand Cherokee I had my eye on with.
What a thing to want. What a fucking thing to want.
With that $24,000, please send me at least a little bit of that $24,000. And if you want me to share it with Drew, just let me know and I'll share it with Drew.
Share it with Drew so that he can get non-discounted movies off of Amazon from the United States of America.
And if you send us enough,
just get me movies from the United States of America that I can't get in Canada. I'll give you a list.
Yeah, that's what Amazon wish lists are for.
Yeah.
And we can both buy a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
We can both buy a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
And that's the news. I'm tired of this. Turn it off.